thrifting yesterday at the Goodwill Outlet and found some pretty good stuff, and I'm actually getting ready to go again this morning. It's a little after 8 on Sunday, so I did go yesterday and got I think 8 items, and I'm hoping to get around that same amount today at the Goodwill Outlet. So I'm going to bring you guys along for a little thrift with me, but first I do want to share what I found yesterday at the bins. So this is a pair of Gymshark leggings, and these are kind of a good bread and butter item for me. I usually can sell these around 25 or so, so I will expect that for these. They are, I think, a newer style too, so that's good. All right, then this is a pair of Smart Wool leggings, and they are a pair of men's base layer leggings, and they do have a very tiny hole in the back of the leg. It's pretty small. If the hole was pretty big, I would have passed on these, but since the hole is pretty small and they are a base layer that you wear underneath other pants, I think they still will be a good sale, but they'll probably sell for just a little bit less than they would have if they were in perfect condition. Then this is a brand I really love to find, and it is Vuori. And I did actually sell a pair of Vuori pants, I think the same exact style in a different color, yesterday for $51. So this is a pair of women's, size small. I'm guessing they will sell around that $50 price point again. All right, then this is a Nike running tank top. It's actually a size small tall, so it's pretty long, but it did have the center swoosh on the chest, so that was kind of a reason to pick it up, and it was just a little bit cool of a running tank top. I don't know. I feel like this will be probably around a $20 sale or so. Then this is a really cute airy cropped cable knit sweater, and here's that airy tag, which I wouldn't necessarily have picked up just because it's airy, but the fact that the style is good, it's new with tags, and it's from 2023, so a really recent style. Those are some reasons that I did ultimately pick this one up. Probably expect it to sell around 25 or 30. This one is actually a new to me brand. It's called, I think it's pronounced Sauchi. I did ultimately pick it up because it's 100% merino wool, and it's a really nice mock neck pullover sweater, but the comps looked really good. I saw some solds around $70 to $90, and it's in excellent condition, no holes or anything. Which if you find a wool or cashmere sweater, you know how important it is to check it over to make sure there aren't a bunch of holes in it. So this one was in really good condition. It's kind of fun to find a new brand, and I actually found it right next to this item, which is a Tory Burch cashmere sweater. And this one I saw being wheeled out in the new bins and actually moved spots so that I could grab this. But it's a size large pullover and really nice cashmere sweater with some ribbed trim. And unfortunately I did find a really small hole before I picked it up at the bins. I still think it's gonna sell very well even with that hole, which of course it would have been more ideal without the hole, but it's very small, and I do still think it'll be a very good sale just because Tory Burch can sell for a pretty high price point and pretty well. So hopefully that is a good sale even with that little hole. All right, and then the last item that I picked up yesterday was this Harley Davidson long sleeve top. So this one is just a graphic butterfly shirt. It's good style, probably list it right around 50. And I was a little surprised because it's a size large, but it doesn't look like a large. Definitely looks more like a small. So I'm just gonna make sure to note that it runs a little small, or just kind of like extra call out the measurements and point to the measurements, but should still be a good sale. Just kind of unsure about the sizing on that one. All right, but that's it for what I found yesterday. So I'm gonna head over to the bins and bring you guys along. Alright, filming what I've got so far. So this is a We the Free jacket, and it's kind of a cool style, so I'm gonna make sure it looks in really good condition, but I think I will be getting that one.
Can I help you now?
I'm sorry?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just going through my stuff, thank you. And then this is a Frank and Eileen button-down shirt, which I've never found this brand before, so I was actually really excited about this. It should be at least 50 or 60. This one is a Madewell Make Weekends Longer crew neck. Looks cropped and maybe like a 3/4 sleeve. But this brand actually sells pretty quick for me, so I am excited about this one. This is from the Folklore album, so this should be a pretty good sale. Taylor Swift official merch does really well. A lot of times I find Taylor Swift stuff, but it's not the official merch, so this one should do pretty well. And this one is a sad one because there are holes all throughout it, so I am actually going to toss this back, but it's a Pendleton Pearl Snap shirt. So this would have been a really good find if it didn't have holes all over it. Womp womp. But okay, they're about to do another rotation. This is all just from old bins, so I am going to go get a rotation, and it looks like they're about to do one. Okay, here is what I got from that round. This is an REI Co-op fleece full zip. My boyfriend actually tossed me this and a couple things, because there are certain things he'll toss me and certain things I'll toss him, so we have a good thing going. But the next two are just some Madewell pieces, so definitely bread and butter. And they're both from 2020, so semi more recent styles, but they're both a size small, which could lead me to tossing them back, just because I feel like smalls can sit for a while compared to like a medium, large, extra large. So we'll see. I might end up tossing those back in the end. But I think I've got maybe like 6, 7 items so far. I might toss the Madewell back. We shall see. Okay, back to the corner where I feel comfortable filming. Here is what else I have so far. This is a members only and Looney Tunes jacket. And I'm gonna wait till this announcement's done. So I have sold a members only and Looney Tunes jacket before, and it sold for right around $30. So I think this one could still be worth it to pick up. And that one had paint splatter, the last one I sold. So I think this is going to be a pickup, but TBD, I suppose. Then I have this Lululemon tank top. This is really a bins item only. I wouldn't pay up for this at all at a regular thrift store, but it's got the built-in bra, which I think is definitely a little better than finding just a plain tank top. If it's not the Swiftly Tech and it's just a plain tank top, I'd rather have the built-in bra. It does sell for a little bit more. And then this pair of Lululemon pants, I actually thought that they were potentially fake because I've never seen the size dot just like floating like this. I've only ever seen it in a pocket. So I thought maybe they were fake, but I was able to find the exact style and they are real. But let me know if you've ever seen Lululemon size dot not in the pocket like this. Very interesting. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I do think I am going to throw the Madewells back because new with tags, one was going for like 25 new with tags, or selling for 25 new with tags, and the other one had a really horrible sell-through rate. So I think I'm going to toss these two back and hopefully find some more good stuff. They are about to do a new round, so I'm going to go head on over there. Okay, a few more things. This is an On Cloud t-shirt. It is called the Swiss Olympic Tee. I've actually never found this brand before, but I feel like it's pretty popular and comps looked pretty good. So I'm gonna see how that one does. And then this is a pair of cool shorts. They're size 12, so pretty good size. And obviously spring and summer are coming, so I think it's a good time to get these listed. And this is a pair of Pilcro corduroy bootcut pants. So here is Pilcro. It's the newer Pilcro tag too, which is great. Size 30 and a good style, being bootcut and corduroy. I'm good, thank you.
No. I feel like I keep coming out and then I ask you this.
No, that's okay. Thank you. So yeah, that's where we're at. I might throw some of this back, but not too shabby. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, the only other things I am getting, well actually this one is going to get tossed back, but it was a Madewell size large striped button-down shirt, really lightweight and nice, and it's a newer style, but it did have some stains on the back that I don't know if you're going to be able to see very well, but they are like some blotchy stains, so just gonna toss that one back. And then this is a By Anthropologie, which is the newer of the Anthropologie tags that I do like to find, and it's a really nice horizontal striped ribbed sweater. So it looks like it might have a balloon sleeve too, a little bit of a wider sleeve, so should be a decent one. But that is it. I'm thinking my best find was the Frank and Eileen, maybe the We the Free. The comps looked pretty good on this moto jacket, so this might be a pretty good one too. But otherwise I think the Frank and Eileen button down was probably my best find. I hope you guys did enjoy that Goodwill Outlet thrift with me portion of the video. I do now want to share a little more behind the scenes at what it looks like when I bring items home from the thrift store and my process leading up to getting them listed onto Poshmark and eBay to ultimately sell to a buyer and then get them shipped out. So the first thing that I do when I come home from the thrift store or the bins or wherever is to log everything onto my inventory spreadsheet. So this is where I stay very organized. So I'll go through each item and add a description onto the spreadsheet, add the cost of good and the date that I purchased the item. Once everything is logged into the spreadsheet, I will then hang the items on to hangers and put them on a clothing rack where I will get them prepped and ready to be photographed. So I will steam them, do any lint rolling, any sweater shaving, anything to clean up the item and just make sure it's clean and looks really nice to be photographed. So then I will use my phone to photograph the items and I will take pictures of the front, back, brand tag, care tag, any details of the item or flaws that the item has that I want to make sure the potential buyer sees. So just get all the angles and fully photograph each item. And in this step, I will also measure each item. So for pants and shorts, things like that, I will measure the waist flat across, the rise, and the inseam. And then for tops, jackets, dresses, I will measure the armpit to armpit and the shoulder to hem. Once each of the items are photographed, then I will put them all into a bag. This is kind of like the waiting period before I put them into inventory buckets. And sometimes they do hang out in a bag a little longer than I'd like to admit, but that's kind of just what happens next is I put them into a bag and that's where they go until I put them away into the inventory buckets. But for the next step, in order to get my items listed onto Poshmark and eBay, I will import all of the photos that I took from my phone and put them onto my computer, and I airdrop them from my iPhone onto my MacBook. Once all the product photos are onto my computer, I will put them into a folder appropriately named product photos. And from there, I will then drag each of the cover photos, so the very front of each item, the front photo for each item, onto Canva, where I will remove the background and add a drop or a shadow to each item. That's really the way that I like to have my cover photos look, just very clean, consistent, and that's what I do for each item that I photograph. So I will make a cover photo, then once all of those are ready to go in Canva, I will export them from Canva back onto my computer and into a folder called cover photos. From there, I have my product photos folder and then my cover photos folder, and I will just go on to Poshmark and start creating drafts for each of my items. So I'll just drag and drop a cover photo and then the rest of the photos onto that Poshmark draft. And instead of filling it out right then and there and getting the item listed, I will actually just create a draft and save it so that I can go in later and post throughout the week rather than posting everything all at once. So when I create the draft, I put all the pictures in and then I go to a Google Doc that I made quite a long time ago now and just copy and paste the template into each of those that I use, which for me just makes it really easy when I do go to list throughout the week. Then all the photos are there and the template is there and I can just kind of fill everything out. From there, my drafts are all saved and I can just list throughout the week. I do list everything onto Poshmark and then I cross-list over to eBay, but I have gotten into the habit of cross-listing immediately after I list one item on Poshmark. I will go onto Flip, which is what I use to cross-list my items onto eBay. It is the best in my opinion. It goes so fast and it's only $9 a month, so highly recommend. But I will cross-list each item as I go onto eBay from Poshmark using Flip. And then to really make sales, especially on Poshmark, I use Prime Lister to generate my sales. So that will send out offers to likers on Poshmark. It will share the items in my closet and bring them to the top of search. It will relist old stale inventory and all of that. So Flip and Prime Lister together are my, I don't even know, creme de la creme. I don't know what the term is that I'm trying to think of. My cocktail of choice, I don't know. I like those two a lot and I spend $9 on Flip per month and $25 per month for Prime Lister. So those are the two that I like to use, and that helps me process my items onto eBay and help generate the sales on Poshmark. On eBay, I will go in and send offers to watchers throughout the day, and that's what I do for eBay. Once it's up on eBay, it's kind of low maintenance, but Poshmark is a little more high maintenance, so I do like to use PrimeLister for that. But that is my whole process once I bring my items home from the thrift store and get them up onto Poshmark and eBay. Then from there, they eventually will sell, some sooner than later, some way later than I'd like, but eventually they'll sell and I will get them shipped out. Before I end this video, I do want to share a few sales that I've had over the last few days that I think were pretty decent, so I do want to share them. But first was this pair of Todd Snyder selvage denim jeans, and these sold for $50 on Poshmark, which I was very pleased with. I actually had 2 Todd Snyder items sell in the last few days, and both of them sold within a month, so it's a really great brand to be on the lookout for if you are not already. The other Todd Snyder item was this pair of stretch chino men's pants, and these sold for $30 on Poshmark. Then this I actually called out at the beginning of this video when I was sharing my thrift haul from the bins, and it's this pair of Viore women's halo wide leg pants. These sold for $51 on Poshmark, so another great sale. Then finally I have this pair of Lululemon Dance Studio joggers that sold for $34 on Poshmark, and that's a really great style to be on the lookout for in particular because I have sold 2 pairs of those in the last 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So definitely a good style to be on the lookout for, although really any good condition Lululemon item that you're not paying a ton for usually can do decently well. Not always, but a lot of times it can. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it and enjoyed seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes. Let me know if any of your process is similar to mine or if it's vastly different. I would be interested to hear. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys all have a very good rest of your day. Leave the surfboard emoji if you did make it to the end, and I will see you guys in my next video.